Hey everybody, good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's Jane from Surface Anthology and Chalk Mercantile. I am making sure that everything is a go. All right. I didn't get a chance to send out a text message because I only have a few minutes. I am on there. Fabulous. I only have a few minutes because, as many of you probably know that follow me or that are on my email list, I'm doing jury duty this week, and I have to go in today for noon. I have a call in a few minutes that I don't want to miss. And then it's a little bit over an hour to get to the courthouse in New Haven. I'm in Connecticut from where I am. It's federal court. Who knew? I didn't even know about that. And I only go in for an hour today to see if I'm picked for the jury. Hey, Danielle, good morning. I'm so glad you're here so you can hear what's going on with my schedule this week. And basically, it's I don't know. So I just wanted to come on today. I wanted to show you 3 new products. And I just did this in a crazy flash. I put the little cups on my hot chocolate station, and then I'm like, why didn't I move them up? If I wanted to, before waxing this, I could wash these off basically, but I'm gonna leave them. You know, maybe I'll put the little marshmallow up here or something. I mean, you know, I don't wanna, it's not a serious thing. It's a fun thing for my kitchen, right? And I wanted to say I used this squeegee, right, Danielle? And for me, this worked really, really well. I really liked this one. Hey, Brenda, good morning. Thanks for joining me. So today I go into New Haven for my jury duty, and I made the first cut, and then they're going to pick from the group that I'm in today to see if we're going to be on the jury for this trial. So I will let you all know, but the drive it's over an hour. It's hilarious. And I made my husband drive me. I won't drive down there because the roads are insane. So what I wanted to show you, I'm going to finish this, right? Now remember, with the chalk paste, it becomes permanent when you finish it with a wax or a varnish, you know, something like that. I don't know that I would use oil on this. I don't think I would use hemp oil, but I could do a little experiment, right? But these are 2 new products to the shop, and it's a Maker's Studio, which is an Amy Howard company as far as I know still. And it's called Farmhouse Light Antiquing Wax and Farmhouse Dark Antiquing Wax. And I love that they're kind of this liquid. So we're going to try it out. I might wreck this, but the good news is I could just turn it over, stain it, and these mesh stencils that I used the Hot Chocolate Station stencil, and they're reusable, which is great. All right. Oh, and I wanted to, before I start getting everything greasy with oil, I wanted to show you this. I'm really excited. I couldn't get my hands on this last year because they were out of stock all the time. It's the Tim Holtz collage paper, but it's the Christmas one. It's called Christmas Noel, and I just put it in my Chalk Mercantile shop. This will be mine. As I rip it apart. All right. And I love this paper. It's like 6 yards, and it's so easy to handle, and I just love the texture of it. Oh, look at this. That is really beautiful. So we've got poinsettias, the holly berry, those little winter berry things. It says Yuletide postcard, and it has all these really beautiful kind of architectural drawings. Oh my God, what's Brenda saying there? Brenda's like, I made it that far for a double homicide. Ooh, I knew they'd take one look at me, who I worked for and where I lived in the 80s in DC, and excuse me without asking one question. Oh, you were so bummed. Wow, yeah. It's an art. I guess there's companies that you could hire, consulting firms that will come in and help you pick, who you would want on a jury. Good morning, Deborah. Good to see you. Brenda, isn't it beautiful? And these rolls are like $6.99. They're a really good price. And I'm definitely going to be doing some ornaments with this for sure. I just love it. It's got music sheets. It's really beautiful. So look for that in the Christmas shop. And the 2 new waxes I put under Amy Howard at Home Finishing and also a Maker Studio Finishing. All right, so that's that. Now, I took off the little, these come sealed, so I took off the little seals and wiped them onto my cardboard. I don't want to stain my paint. You can really do a number on a project with dark wax and sometimes not good, so you have to be careful. Oh, thanks, Deborah. Isn't it? It's a beautiful paper, right? And hey, Janine, how are you? I think the cups look good where they are. Oh, thank you. Right? I mean, it's just a fun sign. Oh, and Brenda's saying, I never want to cut that tissue up. It's so beautiful. You know what? You could take a board, Brenda, and just do an entire board with the tissue. The tissue is the focal point, and then just do glitter and stuff around it. It would be really gorgeous. I'm with you. It's really beautiful. Okay. And the other tissues, by the way, the Tim Holtz, let me close my computer. All the other Tim Holtz are back in stock. All right, so you know my drill with this. I've got my 2 pieces of cardboard, and I'm going to put a touch down. And this is my first time using this. It's called light antiquing wax, so it's not clear, it's light. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of the dark. Did I take the seal off? This one might be. There we go. Look at that. It's like molasses. Okay, and I've got my natural bristle brushes here. I'm going to move this over to the side. And let's get this light antiquing wax. Now, I always use a brush. I feel like when you use a cloth, it all ends up in the cloth, right? But some people just, they do that. They let the cloth get really saturated with the wax. All right. And I just did these stencils, the 2 little cups. Last week we did the big one, and I just hit them with a blow dryer because somebody asked how long it takes that paste to dry, and they dried in like 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm going to need just a touch more. Deborah. Hey, Barb. Good morning. Good to see you. I know it's early there. It's 10 a.m. So what is that? Like 7, 8, 9, 7? It's really early there, right? Just going to squeeze out. I love this. I love the liquid waxes because they're just so easy. And I am offloading a little bit. I don't want to blob. I never blob wax on because then you just end up with a sticky mess. All right, let me go around. And just a little bit more on this end. And yep. And you can, as I'm doing this, I could feel the paste has picked up that wax. You don't need a lot, right? This is not a piece of furniture that we're going to be putting stuff down on, but how cute would this be as a little tray for hot chocolate? All right, I am going to, I just want this to dry just a tad, just a little bit. Oh my God, Deborah, that is just hilarious. Deborah, what are you doing with the money? Having fun, right, Deborah? Oh God. I tell you, do you believe it? It's like 2 months from Christmas. So I got to get making. I think next week, you know, any lives I do are all going to be about like ornaments, because I have to make my ornaments for sure. And I've been dying to make a new kind of pennant, you know, the flags, something for my mantle over the fireplace, a new one. All right, that's good. Now we're going to take this antiquing wax. It is really rich, and I will bet you, let's see it on raw pine, that you could use this as, yeah, you can use this. Oops, you can't see it there. You could use this as a stain. Look at this color. Right, and that's on pine. Where are the lights, Jane? They're there. You could use this wax totally as a stain and a finish, and I do that a lot with raw wood. Okay, but that would be your finishing. You're not going to be doing a painting on top of that. You could if you really knew how to manipulate paint to make it stick to wax, but why go through that, right? All right. I'm waiting for the hot chocolate recipe to be attached to the hot chocolate stations order. Hey, that's a good idea. So you mean like put my hot chocolate recipe, I have to see if I have any more little postcards, but I could put it with a description. Wait, Deborah, expand on that. My brain was doing too much thinking yesterday during all the questions. I was at this courthouse with 35 other people from 7 in the morning till about 2. And they were asking us questions, and I get it. I love, you know, learning about the process. But man, I think it got rid of some of my brain cells. All right, so now I'm just going to lightly brush this dark wax just around the edges. There goes my nose. Just around the edges. And let me move my computer. I didn't do a good job of setting up, but you could see there, very, very subtle, where that dark wax is, this antiquing wax. And I don't want to get too much of it onto my white paint because it's just gonna stain it yellow. Yes, okay, so put it on in the description of the product, Deborah, and then yeah, I could just print it. That's what I'll do, you guys. Anybody who buys the hot chocolate station stencil, I'll put the recipe. Absolutely. Okay, I'm just going around. And again, this is super subtle. And remember, I use the black, Kensington black stain. And I love it. I love it on the pine, which as I said last week, I'm so surprised because pine is so hard to stain. All right, that's it. And that is done. And you can see it's just very, very subtly kind of warm going around the edge here. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I want to get now some kind of an older fashion. I want to get a different container for my hot chocolate mix because I've been using an old ball jar, but I want to try something different that'll be easier but look old. You know what I mean? Because it's like I have the one with the glass lid and all the blah, blah, all the straps. So I have to figure that out. If you guys have any ideas about what would look cute and would be easy, because whenever my sons come over, my grandson, people, they do love to make the hot chocolate. So I definitely want to do something good. Hey, good morning, Sandy. You guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to go. I got to get on my call, and then I have to leave here at 11 and go to New Haven, and I'll let you know how it goes and see if I'm going to be on this jury for this trial. And the judge did say, and he was wonderful about explaining everything, that it's only going to last to Friday, right? So it's not going to go beyond Friday. He was, almost sure. So that's the story. So everybody have a wonderful day. Deborah, if I don't get to the recipe this afternoon, whoever does order this stencil, or maybe I'll just print out my recipe. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna print out my recipe, my hot chocolate recipe, on a sheet of paper, and I'll send it with all the orders through December, right? And if it's a repeat order, I'll try to go in and look, but I'm not gonna make myself too crazy, right? I'm already crazy enough. Thank you so much, Deborah. I'm glad you love it. And yeah, Deborah, thank you again for that idea, because I think it's a good one, right? And everybody have a wonderful and creative day. I will let you know. I'll post probably on social media, and I'll send out an email, especially to my Surface Anthology membership members, and I may try to, oh, Shannon, hey! And Danielle, you are very welcome. If I can't be live on Thursday, and that's part of our membership, is doing a live tutorial, I'm either going to try to record something, or I'm going to try to get through this week, and then maybe this weekend we'll do our live, because I have some cool stuff I wanted to show you guys. So it'll get in there somewhere. You are so welcome, Barb, Shannon, Danielle, Deborah, Sandy. And there was somebody new, or Janine. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a creative